Hi and Merry Christmas to everyone. I'm Caroline Clark, Posture Alignment Specialist. This morning I have my crew. So here I have
Grace, Alice.
These are my grandchildren and they are going to do the exercises today. Today we're doing two exercises. It's actually three exercises. We're doing assisted hip position. Oh god, I can't remember the exercises. Anyway, they're really good. These exercises are really good for opening the hip up, and they are excellent for just getting that hip working a little bit more, and then we're going to have a little bit of rotation in the body. So I find this exercise amazing. Again, if somebody needs to modify it slightly, I'll show you a way of modifying it as well. So crew in position. Do you remember the position we're getting into from last night? So, Gracie, you are lying long ways, and Alice, you are this way. Perfect. Right, we're putting Alice into position first. We're going to have our palms up at 45 degrees. It's quite nice. We're going to have our knees bent. So 45 degrees, Gracie, and knees bent. Knees are bent in a hook line position with your feet a hips width apart. We need to make sure our knees are hip. That's it. Perfect. Right. First one of this position is you are going to put your leg onto the other thigh. So your ankle is going on the thigh. Yes, come on, that's perfect. One leg onto the other thigh. And the ankle onto the thigh here. Now, I do have particularly bendy little people here that are probably more bendy than us. But anyway, that's fine. Right, the first thing we're going to do is, lying in this position, you've got to have your shoulders. The shoulders and the upper body are completely relaxed. Alice, do not get the giggles. Now we're going to use, with this knee here, the one that's already bent on the other leg, you're just going to pull this out slightly and hold that out. Hold it out. Now the most important thing with this is you don't move this pelvis. The pelvis has to stay still. We don't want it going off like that to a degree. We need to keep it still. Now, this is where Caroline's modification is coming in. I just want you to pull out with the knee slightly. Pull it out and release it. So let it go out and release. 1, 2, 3. Do not let that pelvis move. 4. Just this hip moving. 5, 6. Come on, Gracie, you can do better than that. 7, 8, 9, 10. Perfect. Now you're going to let that leg be pulled out slightly. Again, do not let that side of the pelvis move. So pull that leg out slightly. Do not move that pelvis. Alice, you're too vigorous at this. Now this foot, the foot on the ground, you're going to walk it. You're going to heel toe it. So both of you heel toe it 10 times. 1, 2, 3. Brilliant. 4, 5, 6, 7. They're wanting to watch. 8, 9. Perfect. One more. 10. So now we're going to put our arms out with our palms down, and they're going to be at 45. They're going to be at 2:45 at this point. Palms nice and down. Now this is where we may modify it. So if you cannot do a big rotation of getting your body over, we could have a block and you could put your foot onto the block. All right, so we don't want to overdo the body. These are little people, so if you're on a block, it would actually not be as high as that. But as I said, I've got really bendy people here, so they're coming onto the ground, going over and onto the ground. Right, now make sure that you can feel that foot on the ground. You're now looking the opposite way, so you're not looking at the camera, we're looking the opposite way to the stretch. Look the opposite. Oh, they are so good at this. With the palms down. And now just let that leg come out very slightly so you can feel it down the outside of, we're going into the IT bands on the outside of our hip. So it's quite a big pull. You may find that if you need to have your foot elevated slightly, that it's on a block because you can't get it right over. Do not worry about that. All right, so you're going to hold this for 1 minute. And then you're coming back up again. Back up again as in hook line position. Bring the legs back into the first position. Legs back up. Both feet onto the ground, feet are hips width apart. Now you're going to put the other leg on top of the other leg. So we've done one leg, can we do the other one now, girls? Yes. So it's onto the ankle. Now, can you remember what we do first? What part of the exercise do we do first? Palms up. They're not listening to me today at all. Right, we're going to pull the leg out slightly and then release. Out slightly and release. 1 and release. 2, 3. Good girls. Come on, how many? 5, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, what's going next? Great, Alice? What do we do next? Walk the foot. Come on, you two. They've gone silent on me now. They're not usually silent. Slow down, Alice.
5, 6,
7, 8, 9, 10. Alright, now you're going to let the foot come over right the way to the ground. Foot on the ground, make sure the foot is nice and on the ground, and look the opposite way to the stretch. Brilliant. And this is going to be held for 1 minute. Remember, if you can let the knee come out slightly, you may feel it on the inside of the hip to start with, but we're wanting to feel it on the outside of the hip. Now, this is the first exercise, the first part of this. I have got some extra bits to do to this part of the exercise in my next video. So, the crew are now coming back into hip hook line position again. Legs back up. Leg back up, and give yourself a little pelvic tilt. Do you remember the pelvic tilts? Rock the pelvis away from you and then to you. We didn't do this one. Rock the pelvis away and to you. That's it. So you're just making sure your backs feel all right. Right, crew sitting up, either side of me. And so they're still in one position. Now, everyone, this is a really good hook. It's a hook. It's a hip crossover, palms down, and it's actually hip position with rocking chair as well as just hip position, but letting the leg pull out slightly. This is great for the back, it's great for the hips. Again, just see how you feel. Do not overdo the exercises. So my website should be above my head now. There'll be new exercises all over Christmas. So hopefully see you soon. Bye.
Bye. Bye.